All right, welcome back. So you're watching the late edition here on SABC News DSTV channel 404, and obviously looking at one of the top stories we're following this hour. An unknown person has died following a shooting incident at Walter Sisulu University's Nelson Mandela Drive. That's on the Mthatha campus. So we're getting reactions. As we continue with that, we're going to be joined now by SABC News reporter Fundiswa Mhlekude for that update. Fundiswa, good evening. And thank you for making time just to really chat to us. You've been following this throughout the day, and we're still trying to put pieces of the puzzle together. But as we speak, what is the latest given the developments?
Well, the latest is that the university has issued a statement saying that they don't know who the person who died is, and there is no person, that person was not a student at the university, nor a staff member. But the students are saying that that person who died was really a third-year student at the university, and they are saying that if he was not a student, then how come he had a student card, and how come was he staying at one of the residences by the name of Atlanta? And the police also confirmed that indeed there was someone who died, and the police said it was a student. So we don't know exactly what is happening, but the police said that they are yet to effect an arrest, but at the moment they are conducting an investigation as to what exactly happened. They opened the docket and they got a statement from the very residence manager who is accused of shooting and killing those students and even injuring two of them.
All right, so as investigations ensue and perhaps also the identification process of the deceased is underway and the families, should be notified thereafter, perhaps we could also just speak to the issue of the protests at hand. Talk to us about the tensions on that front. Has it been quelled? What does this really mean operationally for the university as well?
Well, operations have been disrupted since this morning. There were no academic activities happening, but the students were telling us that they've been raising the issues of non-maintenance of their residences, mentioning that they are not happy with the security company, and they recently issued a statement saying that they are very disappointed that the management are not addressing the issues that they've been raising for the past 4 years, that include the maintenance, the non-maintenance of the residences. They say that they have to buy their own appliances like refrigerators, microwaves, stoves, and washing machines, even though they pay for those. So they say that the policies of the residence manager are also ridiculous, saying that sometimes they are barred from having visitors. Sometimes they are not allowed to go around 10 in the evening, maybe to go and study with other study groups, study with other learners. So the residence manager refused them that opportunity. So they are also calling for the residence manager to be removed from the campus, and also the security company must also be removed. The university management also issued a statement saying that the learners, or rather the students, have never raised those issues, and they are calling on them to make sure that they come forward with those issues so that they can be resolved and addressed. And but the students are saying that these things, ever since they came to the fore, they raised them with the management, but up to today, nothing has been done.
All right, and then just if you're looking at the issue of safety and security on campus, I mean, there obviously is protocols with regards to that. What what are some of the preliminary investigations revealing with regards to the use of gun on university property? How would it have bypassed those protocols at large? That issue is obviously coming to the fore. What's been reflected from management on that front?
The institutional SRC has just also issued a statement saying that they have raised the issue of the hostility of the security company towards the students. And they say that every time they go to the streets to voice their concerns, they always get attacked by the security company. And they say it's not the first, not the second, not the third time that this has happened. They always meet with gunfire every time they go to the street. And they have raised these issues with the management, and they have done absolutely nothing to address that. We just received the statement from the SRC of the university saying that they want the management to remove that security company because it's very hostile towards them. And we are hoping that tomorrow morning, when we go to the university again to monitor the situation, we will be able to speak to the students, because they were saying that they do have proof that this student who allegedly passed away was indeed a student there. So they don't understand why the university management is saying that that person was not a student there.
All right, Fundiswa, of course, we're putting the pieces of the puzzle together, really just trying to make sense of what transpired. But thank you for providing us with the latest info. Of course, it is a developing story that we will continue to monitor. Let's leave our conversation there for now. SABC News reporter Fundiswa Mhlekude also weighing in, given what has transpired throughout the day.